Hi, I'm Chris from Coatesmans, and if you've just bought a new CDR4 DEVILFISH or just want to know a little bit more about rollers, this video is for you. This is the CDR4 DEVILFISH, and in this field manual we're going to be running through the installation of the reel, the bands, and rigging up your shaft. With your new CDR4 DEVILFISH, you would have got a reel, a set of bands, a shaft with some line on, and the gun itself. The first thing you're going to put on is the reel. So that just slips on really easily. Just push it forward, release the tension on the reel, and bring that through to the muzzle eye. Okay, now we've got the reel on and your line through the muzzle eye. Next we put in the shaft. Make sure your line is on top. Now you have the shaft in. Next is to attach your line. You'll find that on the end of your shooting line you'll have a Dyneema loop. You attach that to the end of your shooting line that's come through your muzzle eye. You do this with a quick release knot. This is a really simple and easy knot. Basically, you take your tag end at about 15 to 20 centimeters, you just wrap it around 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and then you take the bite end, this loop, pull it through the loop like that, and you just pull tight. And you just pull, cinch down. And there, this knot is very easy to do in the water. It's very strong, and to undo it, it's simple. All you do is you pull on the tag end like that, and it comes undone. So this replaces any clips, doesn't rattle, strong and reliable. Okay, now that you have your shooting line attached to your reel line, let's rig the shooting line on the gun. This you're going to come up through the inside of the muzzle, round this first triangle on the outside. You're going to cross over the top of the shaft, around to the underside, through this main groove between the rollers. You can come either side of the line guide, it doesn't matter. And you're going to go right down to the bottom to your line release on the handle. There we go. Over the top, back down. And then you just tighten up on your reel and keep that line nice and tight. It's always important to keep this shooting line as tight as possible.
Through the eye.
Now that you've got your shaft and shooting line rigged up, let's put the bands in. This is real simple. Those just slide in along the top. Okay, now you got your bands in, your gun is ready to go. Let me show you how to pre-tension your new CDR4 DEVILFISH. To pre-tension your CDR4, you're going to start with your first 2 rubbers. This sequence is quite important. So you're going to take your top 2 rubbers through the middle of these 2 bands, and they are going to connect to the first holes on the attachment points. it's best to keep these attachment points facing up so that they are accessible to the hooks. It's important to not just pull one, otherwise the other band's going to jump through. So keeping some tension on the one band, clip that on, and then clip the next one. Okay, right, then you're going to take these two rubbers and they're going to go onto the top attachment points. So that goes on simply like that. Like that. And then you just flip these bands around and you'll see everything is nice and parallel and in line, and they lie flat. So this gun is actually quite low profile. Now, at the end of each day, it's good to detension the bands and relax them. So all you do is you grab the bands, bring them on top of the timber, so they're facing on top. Take your top two bands, holding onto both bands, release the first one, then the second one, lift up the band, release it, and there, quick and easy. Now your CDR4 DEVILFISH is ready to load. You'll notice you have two roller fins, one's taller than the other, and two bands to load. The loading sequence on your CDR4 DEVILFISH is very important. This first band comes to the back, to the small fin, and then this front band, that loads onto the big front fin over here. Okay, so first of all, we're going to take the first rubber that's closest to you, and that's going to load onto the back fin. Okay. Right. Now you'll see the front fin is between the two rubbers, but these rubbers move out the way quite easy, and you'll see it's quite easy to load. So now you see your bands are nice and parallel. These handles, you can tuck them away if you don't want them in the way. They just tuck between your rubbers nice and easy like that. Unloading your gun is pretty simple as well. Don't just release the rubbers. They'll hit the muzzle at such velocity that they could damage something. So it's easy, better just to let them down nice and gently. There's also an 8mm setup. This is a 130 8mm setup, and this has a Breakaway rig set on it and not a reel. Let me show you how this works. Breakaway is really simple. All it is the double wrap that's coming around onto your line release. You go around your line release again, over your line guard on the muzzle again, and then your line has a Dyneema loop. This attaches to your float line using a D-shackle or very strong shark clip, and a small bungee, and that clips straight onto the line release. Very simple. There's no extra clips or any breakage points. You clip directly onto your shooting line. Okay, so that's how you rig up and load your new CDR4 Devilfish. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a shout.